Alright, here is the video review for the Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron ALLICON, or as I like to call him, the little chomp goblin. Because he is, look at him, he's a little chomp goblin. He can do big mouth, rah. He can do small mouth. He can do the stabbies with his spear, although his hands are soft, and if you wiggle him too much, he will drop his little stick. But yeah, here he is. He's raw. He can kind of tilt forward here on his feet. You can have him hunch over more, and open his mouth more, and be more menacingly hunched, like that. But you can kind of see he's got his robot arms here. That's a really, I mean, but honestly, all things considered, that's the really only egregious robot mode bits. He actually looks pretty cool. You can't really move anything. You can move his arms here, and then his legs have all the articulation here, knee and ankle. He's even got ankle tilt, which is nice. And then this swivel here. And again, he's got his chompy chomps with his teeth. Look at those teeth, and he's even got a red tongue. But he can really chomp you. Anyway, yeah, there he is. Here he is with one of his Cruel overlords, Quintesson Man. He helps defend their land, their planet, Quintessa, and just basically eat energon goodies. Transforming him, you pop this spear out of his hand, and you go ahead and rip his tail off. And then you come down here and just kind of straighten his legs up. And you pop his head up like this. You see there's his robot mode head. Lift this up, swivel this whole thing around here right behind his head, and collapse it up onto his back. I'll rotate his waist around first. Oh, bring out his hip. Rotate his hip around. Collapse that up onto his back. And you bring his arms down, untab his arms from the side. Just kind of bring those down and around and hide them. Not really hide them, they just kind of hang off his arm there. He's got a little soft fin on his head. And then you can store the spear on his back. He's got a little tab here in it. There's two tabs on his back. So you can store this on his back if you want. You can leave the sword in the tail if you don't want him to have any armament. And you can give him his sword. And that's how he's supposed to be. But if you also want to give him his spear, you can leave the sword in the tail, and you can put his spear in his hand as well, so he can be super mega armed. He's got a little side to side there on his head. It's on a ball joint. Kind of move around a little bit. He's wearing a mask. Always wear your mask. Be safe. Be cool. Hinge at the shoulder. Bicep swivel. It's got an outer hinge and then a swivel there. Then a swivel here where it meets the body, the whole armor piece. It's got wrist swivel. It does have waist swivel, as you saw during transformation. Dual hinge hips, thigh swivel, hinge knee, and then ankle tilt. And then you can kind of get him forward like that too if you want, but all of that's really more for his alt mode. Yeah, pretty cool. Nice little representation of the ALLICON. Here he is again with Quintesson. Let's trim down on all his faces. Let's push the button to get all his faces. Let it spin around. And he's like, I will defend you with my stick. For energon goodies. And here he is with the Corebot version that I've had. I also have the Dinobot color version, but just to show this guy off with a little third-party Corebot version that came out a few years back. Just to show them off together. But yeah, he's fun. He's a chomp goblin. He's a cool little dude. There is the Earthrise Deluxe ALLICON. Definitely worth a pickup. Some people have been buying multiples. I get it, because they need to army build. I'm happy with just the one, but you know, there he is.